Welcome back, everyone, to Rob's Daily Classics. Found this 1967 Ford Convertible in Emerson, New Jersey on Craigslist. It's a 289 4-speed transmission that was a converted transmission, so it was an automatic, but a nice car all the same. Let's go check this car out. Found this car a little while ago on Craigslist. It's a 1967 Ford Galaxie Convertible. Horrible photos, which is a shame. They should always include more photos. It's not dated photos, too. This is not the current winter time that we're in. So this car has been probably for sale for some time. He says, one repaint, clean and straight, very solid, not a rust bucket, not full of body filler, 289 V8, which I believe was standard in the Ford Galaxie 500 convertible. It's not an XL. The XLs are more desirable. But I love this model year. This model year represents the third generation of the Ford convertible, Ford Galaxie, that ran from 1965 to 1968. If you remember back in 1965, there was a memo that went out for all the manufacturers to go with, stacked headlamps. And Pontiac was in forefront, that won the Car of the Year Motor Trend back in 65 for all their beautiful looking stacked headlights. Full-size sedans and two-door coupes and convertibles. And then Ford, of course, followed suit. And, even the Ford, the Mercury Comet had stacked headlights back then. I like it. I think it's a good-looking design. What is this car worth? $13,000 is a lot of money. He says it's the original interior. It's a strange combination color, right? You got a blue interior with a beige exterior. But the hood is also beige, and I doubt somebody painted that hood over. So it's very possible this is the original color combination, which is in itself kind of very interesting. He states that the car has a new radiator, new water pump, new fuel pump, but the engine bay doesn't show that. So the photo that he's given us doesn't show a new radiator. So I'm pretty critical of the engine bay on this car because it doesn't look like it's been doing anything except just basically driving it, so the brakes look original, which is kind of scary. The radiator, the hoses and all that look very original. So even if you're a hobbyist and you buy parts at Napa and you get into this car, there's a lot of parts available for this car because this platform was shared through so many car lines. The Ford LTD, the Mercury Park Lane, the Murata back then, the Ford Country Squire, the sedans. So this car was extremely popular back then. This was a cash cow for Ford Motor Company. So it's not an overly expensive car to restore, but when you start getting into the actual mechanics of this car, you'll be into the thousands of dollars by the time you pull the engine out and start getting into the health and well-being of all the seals and the engine itself and the transmission and the clutch and things like that. So the car is not without work from my point of view. The conversion on the car, I'm cool with the conversion if it's done properly, and you really don't know if it's done properly until you get underneath the car and look at it. How the automatic column was changed, it probably was a selector shift on the column. That steering wheel, it doesn't look to be original, of course, so they probably changed the whole column around and things like that. So again, $13,000 appears to be a lot of money for this beautiful third generation design. I'm probably more in the $8,500 range, $8,000 range. So we got a big gap to cover with this seller. He might be motivated to negotiate, and it's up to you what you do with this car and how you negotiate with the seller. But considering that these photos are old, I don't think there's a big demand for these cars. I don't believe this car will provide any type of return on the investment. Just something that you can have fun with, drive it and sell it. Probably sell it for the same price you paid for it. It's not going to be something that's going to be worth $100,000 or $50,000 in the future. If, of course, it had the 390, probably a little bit more valuable. If it was the XL, of course. They made this in the 427, and I even think they made it in the 428 at the time, but that's not what this car is about. So, and it's not priced that way either, to be fair with the seller. He's selling this, at least asking price is a price that gets my attention to want to learn more about this car. So there you have it. If you get a chance to want to see this car, just go on Craigslist. If you type in 1967 Ford Galaxie in New Jersey, this car will come popping at you. If you like this car, please subscribe to Daily Classics. Please pass along this channel to friends that love cars, and we'll see you back here with more cars very soon. Thank you.